Hey guys, welcome. We're going to be repairing credit today. So if you want to learn how to repair your credit or even start a credit repair business, you are in the right place. Let's go ahead and let's get started. But if you close your So if you're wondering how to repair your credit or even how to start a credit repair business, I am credit coach Nicole Scott, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do just that. So it's really important that you watch the entire video from start to finish, and also head over to our Credit Repair Cloud playlist where we have over close to 20 videos for free on how you can repair your credit, start a credit repair business, and help by using Credit Repair Cloud as the automation tool. Now, Credit Repair Cloud is a great way to help automate your credit repair business. Now, you don't have to use Credit Repair Cloud, but I do because it helps me keep everything organized. But I have a lot of people that I work with that don't use Credit Repair Cloud. So you want to take these same concepts and apply them whether or not you're using software. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we want to do is log into our credit monitoring. Now, if you do not have your credit reports or your client does not have the credit reports, the first thing that you want to do, and the first step with any time you're fixing credit or talking about credit, is getting a copy of all three of your credit reports. You can take the information that is listed on your credit reports and literally copy and paste, because that's what the software is doing. It's importing the information that's on your credit reports, it's copying and it's pasting. So you just want to act like, hey, if I don't have software, I'm just going to take these same principles and apply them. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to share my screen with you, and we're going to get working. So I'm going to be working on one of my clients' files who's been with us for a while, because as you may know, credit repair does take time. And if you have a lot of information that is listed on your credit report that needs to be repaired, it is going to take time. How long? We just don't know. But typically, credit repair can be anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. It really just depends on how much work there is to be done. I started my credit repair journey off at a 484. And it took me a good year to get into the 700s and a whole nother year to get into the 800s. So you really want to have a solid 2-year history of payments before you can really get some, leverage. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen with you so we can go ahead and start repairing credit. We went ahead and we've logged into Smart Credit. This is the first thing that you want to do. Once you're logged into Smart Credit, we want to go up to Reports, and we want to go to the 3B Reports and Scores right here. So you can go to Reports and 3B Reports and Scores. That is where you want to go to refresh your credit report. You're going to get a fresh credit report from either Smart Credit or Identity IQ or whatever credit monitoring company you're using. You're going to get a new credit report every 30 days. So that is included in your membership, but you have to actually log into the credit monitoring and refresh the report. And I get a lot of people that tell me, oh, can you do videos, about this credit monitoring or that credit monitoring? Well, you have to take the concept. The same concept is you have to log into the credit monitoring, or make sure that you're looking at the most recent and up-to-date credit reports, and then import that information into Credit Repair Cloud, or use that information to generate your dispute letters by hand. Okay, so there's a couple things that you need to do with Smart Credit. One is you need to go to the 3B Reports and Scores, and you just need to check the report date. Now, this date is going to be as of today, and you also need to go to this little circle icon right here and refresh your information. Now, we've already refreshed it, so we're just going to go ahead and leave that be. Once you've confirmed that the credit report is the latest and greatest and up to date, and you have refreshed that credit report overview, what we're going to do is we're going to head over into Credit Repair Cloud, and we're going to re-import this client's credit report. So there's a couple ways that you can do that. Once you are in the Clients tab, you're going to head over to Dashboard, and in your dashboard, there's a green button, and I'll show you guys It's basically just a little import button, and it's right here. So this is the little import button, and you can go ahead and re-import your client's credit report. And that is essentially going to take you to where we were just at, which is tab 1. So we're going to head back over to tab 1. We're going to need to import the credit report. So we're going to click on this green button right here, and we're going to re-import the credit report. And what this is doing is just connecting to the credit monitoring service. And keep in mind, I highly recommend Smart Credit. So if you don't have your credit reports, you want to head to the link below in our description where you can get a copy of your 3 bureau credit reports with Smart Credit. If you are interested in becoming a credit repair company and you want to sign up to become an affiliate with Smart Credit, please use the link below where you can sign up to become an affiliate with Smart Credit for free. And mind you, I recommend Smart Credit because not only are they compatible with Credit Repair Cloud, but they are the highest paying affiliate credit monitoring company in the industry. Okay, so you're going to make the most out of it. So this is a quick update, and this is going to give you your re-import summary results. You want to go ahead and download this so you can email it to your client. Now, obviously, this client's credit score went down quite a bit, and we want to just kind of get an idea as to why, because some things were deleted. It says we have 6 deletions, and we have 2 things that were added. So there is a new collection that has been added, 2 new collections that have been added to Experian. We got an inquiry deleted. We got a collection deleted. Another collection deleted. Another collection deleted. Another collection deleted. So we got quite a few items deleted. However, there was a new collection that was added, so it kind of was counterproductive to what we're trying to do at this point. And that's what made Experian and TransUnion really take a nosedive, because the collection was just added to Experian. However, you know, with the other accounts, sometimes they do have history, or sometimes the clients will use their credit cards and have a higher credit utilization. So we just want to go ahead and look at, you know, the overall credit report, because one thing that this report is not going to really include is the fact that if your client used their credit cards and their credit card utilization really goes above 15%, that could make their credit score really take a nosedive. And I did look at the credit report before we started this video, and it looks like the client maxed out one of their secured credit cards, which is a big, big no-no. When you have secured credit cards, it's best just not to use them. Just let them sit there, marinate with a 0 balance, let them do their job, because they usually have a very low credit limit. And as soon as your credit utilization goes above 10%, you start getting flagged and your credit score can start going down. And I know the typical range is 30%, but 30% is just simply way too high. And I want to make sure that you guys are aware that, you know, 30% is simply too high. You know, you want to keep your credit utilization. You want to advise your clients to keep their credit utilization between 2 and 6%. Between 2 and 6%. Okay. That's really, really important, because I have literally tested it with my own credit. I let my utilization go up to about 20 something percent, and my credit score dropped 70 points. With this client, their credit utilization went up, their credit score went down. Okay, so that's going to be something that we just simply can't control. And when I have a call with this client to kind of go over what's going on with their credit, I will need to address that with them, because while we're working on getting negative items removed, we need everyone to keep their credit utilization low so their credit score can stay high. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and download this as a PDF, save it, and then we're going to go ahead and continue to the report view. Now, say for example, you're like, okay, I'm going to continue, but I just don't have time to do this right now. What you can do is you can hit save this report as pending and finish it later. Because one thing that we want to do at this point is we want to go ahead and we want to document the process, right? What does that mean? Well, we want to put the re-import summary inside of the internal notes. So we're going to head over to the internal notes. We're going to add an internal note, and we're just going to say re-import summary, right? And like I said, I drop gems throughout my entire video, so it's really important that you guys have subscribed to the channel, you comment below, let me know what you found most valuable about the video, and take the concept of credit repair, okay? This is a concept, right? The concept is removing negative items, adding positive items. How you remove the negative items, I use Credit Repair Cloud to help automate it, but you can also use Microsoft Word and the Google Docs. And I just did a video about how to use or how to do credit repair without using software. So you can check out that video, head over to the Credit Repair Cloud playlist where you can see all of our videos about repairing credit and binge watch them, because this is free information that you guys need to be watching. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and attach the PDF that was just downloaded. So now we have documentation of what has transpired since the last time that we've re-imported this client's credit report. And what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to tag the pending report. So we just saved that report as pending, but now we can head over to tab 2 where it says tag pending report. But let me kind of show you guys one other thing that's kind of a nice trick on how you can give someone a quick update, right? Because that's one way to give someone a quick update, but there's another cool way that you can give someone an update. You can go over to tab 1 where you see import/audit, and we can go over to the simple credit audit, and we can generate a re-import summary here. So this is what I call a credit update, and this is something that I have put in. It's a custom thing. So if you need help with Credit Repair Cloud, I offer Credit Repair Cloud coaching. I have packages on my website. You can head over to creditcoachnicolescott.com, or you can head to the link below in the description where you can sign up for a custom coaching package with me. What we're going to do is we're going to hit generate simple audit, and this is going to generate a report to let the client know why their credit score is going up and down, because this is going to be one of the #1 questions that you're going to get, or that you want to know. Why is my credit score going up and down, right? I'm getting these negative items removed, we're getting things cleaned up, but yet my credit score keeps going up and down. Well, a lot of it has to do with the data points and the credit card utilization. So let's go ahead and we're going to go over this report. This is a report that was generated based on the information that was imported from Smart Credit, and it just gives the client an overview of what's going on, right? This is the credit scores currently. The credit card utilization is at 0. However, sometimes these reports are not 100% accurate. So you want to log into the credit monitoring so you can take a look at it, because I did see that this client has some credit cards that were being used and had a higher utilization, and they were also added as an authorized user to a couple cards that had late payments. So that was another reason why the credit score went down. So, but this is a kind of nice way to give someone an overview of what accounts are left on their credit report, right? So in this case, we just have, you know, this late payment. And like I said, this was an authorized user, so we're working on getting that off the credit. It's only on TransUnion. But these are all of the derogatory items that are left on the client's credit report, and that still need to be worked on. So that's nice. 0 records. Here's all the inquiries. The client only has 2 inquiries, so that's not bad at all. For some reason, though, the unfortunate part of this is that the credit card utilization is not showing accurate for this particular client, and it might just be due to the fact that a lot of the credit cards were authorized users. I'm not really sure, but like I said, software, you can't rely 100% on it. That's why it's really important for you to log in, go over the credit report yourself, and have a clear understanding of what's really going on based on the data itself, okay? And if you have a hard time understanding like how to read a credit report, you can always book a coaching call with me. We can go over it, so that way you can get some clarity and understand exactly what it is you're doing. I do have a few other videos where I go over credit reports, so make sure that you watch the entire Credit Repair Cloud playlist, and that will give you some clarity for free. So we're going to go ahead and just email this to the client, although it doesn't really talk about the utilization. So that's a conversation that we'll need to have. and then we can hit the next button, and we're going to go back, and that'll take us to tab 2, okay, where we can go ahead and tag and save the pending report. So we can just hit click here to preview. This is going to allow us to preview the pending report that we just updated, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and hit continue to report, and this is going to allow us to tag and basically give the reason and instruction on what we're asking for. What are we wanting them to do? Okay. So the first thing that you want to do, and the first thing that I always tell everyone, is you want to make sure that you have selected the inaccurate personal information that may be listed on someone's credit report. Okay. You want to select or highlight all of the old, outdated names, addresses. If you're using just your credit report, you can go through and highlight your names that are inaccurate, misspelled, old addresses, unknown personal information, anything under the personal information section that is inaccurate, misspelled, old, outdated, doesn't belong to you. You want to make sure that you put that information onto a letter, right? Right now, you can print out your credit reports if you're not using software, but use the same concept, right? And then any old employers, you want to go ahead and take those off of there as well, because anything outdated, you just don't want on your credit report. If you have a consumer statement, you probably want to take that off as well, because that could prevent you from getting approved for credit cards and building credit if you have fraud alerts on your credit report. So I recommend removing all consumer statements. It's just not necessary that you have a consumer statement on there, because less is better in this case, okay? This client only has 2 inquiries, so I'm not going to dispute any of those inquiries, even though one of them is kind of recent and I probably could do that, but it's okay to have up to 5 inquiries per bureau. Of course, the goal is to have no more than 5, but inquiries really only hold weight for about 13 months, and they're only going to stay on your credit report for about 25 months. And I know normally they say 2 years, but it's actually 25 months. So it's 2 years, and then it takes 30 days to process and potentially fall off organically. But really, if you try to dispute a bunch of inquiries after that mark, it's not like they're going to raise your credit score a whole bunch. However, your approval odds when you're applying for things, it does help when you have less inquiries, because it's a sign that you've been applying for not that much. Okay. So you want to keep your inquiries low. Don't dispute inquiries that you have an account with. You really only want to dispute inquiries that you don't have an account with. And when you are disputing inquiries, you want to list the inquiry name and the inquiry date as it is listed on the credit report. Again, that is really, really important. You want to have the inquiry name and the inquiry date. So if you are using a letter, Microsoft Word, Google Docs, the name and the date. I did not authorize this inquiry. Here is the name. Here is the date. Please delete it. Okay. Very simple. Sign your name, mail it to the credit bureaus. It's that simple. It's not hard. Okay. It's just work that you have to do, and not everyone wants to do the work. Not everyone feels comfortable with it. They would rather pay someone. If you want to pay someone, do it, pay someone to do it. But if you really want to learn how to do this stuff, this is where you want to be. So if you are finding value in this video, make sure to do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, make sure to leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you binge watch on all of the entire Credit Repair Cloud playlist, because I'm telling you guys, this value was not available to me when I first started, and I got so frustrated. I'm like, I need a coach. I need a coach. I need to find someone that can understand what I'm doing, that does this themselves, that can show me the ropes and give me the game, right? I want to pay for it. And I paid so many people, and I just didn't get the game that I wanted, right? But I got all the game. I know what it takes to make you win and make your clients win in this industry. So if you need a coach, let's go. So let's move on here. We've got now Credit Repair Cloud is doing this new thing where it's showing the accounts that are derogatory in dispute, right? And what we want to do is we want to change that status to negative, because these are negative accounts. And for whatever reason, when Credit Repair Cloud re-imports things, sometimes you have to adjust it based on what's actually going on. So in this case, it's only on Equifax and TransUnion. So what we're going to do is we're just going to give a little bit of information as far as we're going to just say that account data is wrong, false, unverified. You know, you can use anything really, anything that you think is going to be like a general reason. Okay. You can always click more details and look at the account in like as a whole, right? So this is an authorized user. It's closed account. So we're not going to worry too much about that. This one, we just want to look at, make sure there's nothing derogatory. This is also an authorized user account that's old. And all of these are positive, but you still want to look at it because you want to make sure that the credit utilization is low. You want to make sure that you understand what is going on with the client's credit profile. Now, all of these are old, closed, zeroed out, so I'm not going to worry too much about those. Now, here is one that I was talking about. This is a secured credit card. The balance is $449 and the credit limit is $500. So that itself is going to really decrease someone's credit score because you're almost using 100% of the credit limit, and that's way too high to be used on a secured credit card. This secured credit card was just opened a couple months ago and you're already almost maxed out. So they're saying, whoa, hold on. We can't trust you quite yet. What's going on, right? And this is with Bank of America. So that's not the best secured card anyways. But, you know, a secured card is a secured card. Sometimes we have to start there. So that's one issue. And then we have this issue, which is an authorized user account, and it is listed as derogatory, right? So this is something that is a huge deal, and we're going to actually say that this does not belong to us because it does not, and it should not be listed on our credit profile. So what we're going to do is just say that it doesn't belong to us, okay? And anything else that you see that's in dispute, you want to make sure that you really look at the account. This one was an authorized user that has late payments. So you really want to be careful when you buy authorized user accounts because you don't want to have late payments listed from authorized users because that's not something that you have control over, because when it comes to authorized user accounts, you don't have the ability to pay the card. It's not your responsibility. You're just basically like an extra card holder, okay? And trade lines are a whole nother, you know, thing. So we're not going to go into that today, but you guys know I love trade lines. And if you need trade lines, give me a text, call me, schedule an appointment because I definitely have trade lines that can help you. Okay, so here's another derogatory account. What we're looking for is the account information. Anything with the word derogatory, that's a problem. Anything with the word collection, charge off, derogatory, late payment, those are all things that we're looking for, okay? And if whether you have software or you're doing this by hand, use that same concept and highlight it, you know, use the account information that is listed on the credit report, the same account number. So if it has a bunch of X's or zeros or whatever, copy the account number exactly how it is listed on your credit report, the name and the account number, and put it on a dispute letter. We have our letter library, and we'll leave the link below for our letter library where we have over 100 custom dispute letters that you can use and, you know, just kind of reword them. Even though you're buying our letters, I always say reword them, make them your own, be custom, be unique, okay? Make them different, be different. That's how you find success, okay? So we're going to go ahead and just move this to a negative, and it looks like this was a charge off, so we're going to go ahead and say the same thing here, and then we're going to go ahead and just make sure that all of these positives are really positive. So this is an authorized user account. This is helpful because It is open, it's current, it has a zero balance, so that's great. And then we have our another closed account. There's nothing wrong with that one. Anything that's positive where there's nothing wrong, there's no late payments, there's no word derogatory. It says closed, paid, zero balance. Those are okay. There's no reason for us to dispute anything that's not negative, okay? Here's another one that says it's a joint account. And I remember this client said they did not authorize a joint account. Sometimes people will get joint accounts in your name without your authorization. I've seen it happen many, many times. So unfortunately, if you did not prove it, then you're going to go ahead and just get it removed. Prove it or remove it. That's my motto. Okay. So here's these new collection accounts, and we're going to go ahead and just say that they do not belong to us and that we're going to ask them to verify it. And it's an error. You can say things like it's inaccurate, it's unverified, it doesn't belong to me, whatever is the situation that's going to best fit. We have a cheat sheet, a dispute reason and instruction cheat sheet, and that's on our website. So you can head over to creditcoachnicolescott.com and you can grab our cheat sheet, which gives all of our reasons and instructions. And I give most of this stuff for free with my coaching packages. So head over, get a coaching package, and I share a lot of this information with you with coaching packages. So it's definitely worth it. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to generate the letters for this client. And again, take the same concept from whether you're using software or doing it by hand. Either way, you want to make sure that you're putting the account information, the account name, the account number, the reason why you're disputing it, and the instruction on what you want done about it. Instruction can be as simple as please delete it. The reason why you're disputing it, it doesn't belong to me. I don't know anything about this, or it's inaccurate. The account information is wrong, whatever the case may be, right? We're going to go ahead and we're going to click add save pending. And this is where you're going to see everything that's in red. Those are items that we currently are going to be disputing. Anything that's in orange has been disputed before, right? So you don't need to worry about anything that's in orange unless it's an inquiry that is still remaining on the credit report. Other than that, we're just going to select the accounts, the personal information, everything. We're going to be adding to one letter because our round 2 and round 3 letters are multi-purpose and they can literally be used for personal information, accounts that are inaccurate, whatever the case may be. So you don't feel like you have to use like a certain letter. You can use a letter that is just a standard letter. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Of course, you want to use the law, and we have a lot of our law in our letters. So that way you are really talking about what the law is, I always adjust things to have them on one line. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to work on this, and we'll make sure that whenever you're doing personal information, you just list what you want done. Like, so at the end, you just want to put delete. At the end, delete, okay? Because you want to give an instruction, right? You want to just let them know my only name is this, my only address is this, because a lot of times you will have information that's no longer valid on your credit report, right? So we're just going to put all this stuff on one letter because it's not really a lot. It's just, a few items. I don't recommend disputing more than like 5 to 7 items per bureau. And in this case, it's only about 7. And personal information, even though it's an account number or like, an item that you're disputing, it's not really an account. So I don't really count those because it's just personal information. And we're just going to generate that letter. There we go. And then the last but not least is this here. So there's 8 on this, and that's okay, you know, because you want to try to get everything to them all in one. So we're just going to go ahead and hit save for later. This is going to be round 3, and this was just going to be disputes. If you're doing certain types of disputes, you can, you know, customize it to whatever you see fit. But one thing that a lot of people don't do is they forget the step of disputing these accounts with the creditor or the person that is reporting the information to the credit bureaus. So that's a whole nother step that so many people miss. And that's why I tell you guys, you have to watch the entire video. So we're going to hit our back button right here, not the back button on our, not the back button on the browser, but actually this little back button at the bottom left-hand corner. We're going to hit the back button right there, and we're just going to switch it from credit bureaus over to creditors. And if you're interested in signing up for Credit Repair Cloud, use the link below where you can sign up to get a free 30-day trial of Credit Repair Cloud, where you can learn how to repair your credit and others' credit by starting a side hustle or a full-time hustle. And if you guys know my story, I started my credit journey at a 484 credit score, and I was able to fix my credit into the 700s, and man, do so many amazing things with my credit, leverage my credit to make multiple streams of income, start a credit repair business. And it all starts with your credit, you know, whatever type of business you want to do, it is going to revolve, you know, you're probably going to need credit. You're going to need funding. You're going to need things to help you get started. And credit is going to be that thing that you need. You're not generally going to have enough cash to start any sort of business, nor would you want to. You don't want to take that type of risk, right? So it all starts with credit. Get with me if you have questions. Links are all in the description, so make sure to head to that, and make sure you've liked the video, subscribe to the channel, and you're giving me some love. Let me know what you found most valuable about my video, okay? And make sure you watch all of the other playlists on business credit, trade lines, personal credit, because they all tie together, okay? A lot of my videos are on Credit Repair Cloud, but I also offer trade lines. I have a business credit course. We offer business credit coaching, personal credit coaching, credit repair business coaching, social media support. So if you're struggling with social media, you're not getting clients on social media, let's talk. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Credit Coach Nicole Scott. Follow me on YouTube, Credit Coach Nicole Scott. We're also on TikTok, so you can follow me on there, Credit Coach Nicole. All right, so let's go ahead and just do these for the creditors. And obviously we're just going to take off the personal information here. And all of the creditors are populated in our database because we have saved them. But all of the creditor information is listed on your credit report. So you don't have to go anywhere. It's all on your credit report. On Smart Credit, if you scroll all the way down to your credit report, on your credit report, all of the addresses for all of the creditors will be listed on the credit report. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to select a creditor letter, and we're just going to go ahead and generate the letter for all of the creditors. And we're going to go ahead and just hit save for later. So you're going to just take the same concept and do creditor letters for yourself or your clients, right? And if you are doing a letter to the credit bureau, you're going to also need to do letters to the creditors, the person that's reporting it to the credit bureaus, okay? You don't necessarily need to send in ID, social, proof of address to the creditor. That is going to be required only to the credit bureau. So when you are sending a dispute letter to the credit bureaus, want to go ahead and you want to make sure that you're sending a copy of your photo ID, you're sending your social security card, and you're also sending proof of address, because those are all of the things that they're going to ask you for in order to verify who you are and what you need, and if they can really process you, because they tend to stall people out pretty bad at the credit bureaus. And if you send all of those things, there's no reason why they can tell you, oh, well, we can't verify who you are, or we don't know who you are. No, you're sending them everything that you need. Equifax still has a fax number, so you can fax to Equifax. You can sometimes upload documents on Experian's website, but feel free to just mail the letters and the supporting documentation into each of the credit bureaus, and each of the major credit bureaus: Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. Those are the three major ones. And of course, there's tons of different data reporting companies like LexisNexis, SageStream, Innovis, all these places, right? And if you haven't watched my third-party credit bureau video, you can learn more about third-party agencies. But for the most part, the three major credit bureaus are the ones that you want to dispute with, unless, of course, you have a bankruptcy. Then there's a whole nother, set of things that you have to do. But for the most part, let's just keep it simple: dispute with the credit bureaus and the creditors to challenge them on the information that they are reporting, okay? Because if they tell you no once, you still have to challenge it. It's going to take rounds and rounds of letters. And let me be honest with you, I still have one collection account that is on Experian that I just cannot get off for the life of me. I had so many negative accounts on my credit profile when I first started, and this was a few years ago. And I am still battling with one collection account on Experian. It's medical, so I'm still able to get some accounts, but it's still a pain, and it still is holding me back from other things that I need to accomplish. So sometimes we have to just bite the bullet and settle accounts that we might not want to settle, right? Because not everything is going to come off of your credit, right? And I've had to settle accounts for my clients and for myself in the past. So we just have to make that decision if we can settle this account. And some accounts you just simply cannot settle. Some accounts do not allow a pay for deletion, right? You can't pay for delete on original creditors. Generally, pay for deletions are only available for third-party collection companies, and you would have to make payment in full and make an agreement for them to remove that account from your credit profile once the account is settled, right? And what you settle for, you never want to settle for the full dollar amount. The goal is anywhere from 30 to 50 cents on the dollar. If you can go lower, great. But typically pay for deletions would be around that 30 to 50% range of where you want to settle at. So again, guys, I thank you for watching. If you have watched this entire video and listened to me ramble this whole freaking time, I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. And again, make sure to head over to the Credit Repair Cloud playlist, which is coming up next, and you can watch all of our Credit Repair Cloud training playlists.
But if you close your eyes